everybody, it's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk Theme Unthink Music. So as we know, last week it wasn't the best one for Rick Ross. He was over there in Vancouver, Canada, and then he made a really bad mistake by playing They Ain't Like Us. Now, stop the show. As much as I'm an African American myself, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna go to somebody's country or somebody's town playing a song that they just got beat in a beef with the person that just crushed you at my concert when I have beef with you also. It's just not a smart thing to do. You wouldn't do it nowhere in the country. You wouldn't do it in Detroit. You damn sure wouldn't do it in Oakland. You wouldn't do it in New Orleans. You wanna know why? Gunshots! It's the ultimate sign of disrespect to somebody, right? Especially to people who paid to come see you, and then you disrespect the fans in their face by playing that song when everybody knows you got beef with Drake. But okay, we all know what happened because of that. Rick Ross got ass whipping sounds. And that's why Rick Ross ended up posting this particular video.
Hey man, I'm thinking about the event that happened over there. Let me tell you something. When the first dude stepped up to Rose, the little short fat one that looked like Bam Bam Bigelow from wrestling, when he stepped up, and then I squat down his ass and told him what I said. Basically, boy, if I hit you, I'm going to see everything you ate for the last 2 days. His balls dropped out of his ass. He never said another word. He never did nothing. He was a straight buster. Then the behind him said, I know MMA. And then I got hit with a drink. I'm still convinced ain't no punch me. Somebody said, Rose, the tried to punch you. He hit you. I say, nah. He had to throw a drink, because throwing a drink would have been way more disrespectful than screaming, I know MMA! Man.
Yeah, Rick Ross is delusional. But somebody else weighed in on this when it happened. Brother Tariq Nasheed weighed in on a part of what occurred. And this is what Brother Tariq Nasheed said.
Speaking of music industry, y'all see what happened to your boy Rick Ross, rapper Rick Ross up there in Canada. Rick Ross went up there to Canada. He had an appearance up there, and he I think after his set or whatever, he started playing They Not Like Us, and some Canadian goons swooped down on him and his crew. They started putting hands. Some of them Canadian goons put hands on Rick Ross and his crew. That was crazy. The Canadians got buck for Drake. They put hands on Rick Ross and his crew. They really beat down one of his security guards. Now, and under one of the videos on Instagram, Drake liked the video. And people are kind of low-key clowning Rick Ross now, but here's the problem. Here is the problem that a lot of people ain't really looking at. With that situation, do y'all know there's a major green light on Drake in LA and Miami now? You know there's a green light on Drake now. Now, some people are kind of trying to explain like, oh, these weren't Drake's people. These were fans. Don't matter. Drake liked the video of these dudes swooping down on Rick. So it looked like Drake gave it a cosign. Family, that means there is a double green light on Drake right now. If Drake comes to LA or Miami, there's a green light on Drake right now. Cat's gonna try to get some get back. This thing has officially spilled over into the damn streets. It has officially crossed a different line now. This is where it gets a little dangerous. This is where it gets dangerous. I think Drake might know that. When they're trying to put hands on folks and take this thing to some fisticuffs, these LA cats, that's all they need to see. Oh, it's on. Man, I'm saying, I don't want to see nothing bad happen to nobody, but boy, Drake, I would tell Drake not to come out here. I would tell Drake not to come out here because These cats out here, they're waiting for it to go to that level. That's what they're like itching for it to go that level. If we taking it to the streets, they're like, oh, cool, come on out. Let's take it to the streets then. It's going to go way different than it went in Canada. That's the mindset of the dudes out here. I mean, good, bad, right, or wrong. I'm just telling you the mindset. They're looking at that like, oh, okay. We doing that.
Now, some brother, I don't know exactly where in the diaspora he's from. I think he's a Caribbean guy. He then comes for Tariq Nasheed. You will not believe what he says about this.
Rick Ross, we all saw the video. Him over there in Canada. His security got beat up, you know. This white guy punched Rick Ross in his face. Rick Ross attempted to fight back, but, you know, there were people between him and the guy. Well, my question is this. Where is Tariq Nasheed in all of this? And I partially blame Tariq Nasheed for this too, and I'll tell you why. And again, where is Tariq Nasheed? Is he not going over there to Canada to defend Rick Ross? Because Rick Ross is FBA. You know.
So let me look at Tariq Nasheed's post on Twitter. And Tariq Nasheed says, a tether with a janky hairline who is in the middle of driving for Uber made a video blaming me for Rick Ross getting jumped in Canada. What type of musty logic is this? So I'm listening to the video and I'm confused. I listened to the video at least 3 times trying to understand where the guy is coming from in this clip. I'm trying to find how he feels that Tariq Nasheed is responsible for this. If anything, I believe that Rick Ross is responsible for this, but Tariq Nasheed, he's like, well, he's supposed to go and fly to Canada because he's FBA. I mean, that's crazy. You're maybe Jamaican and or Caribbean, wherever island you're from. When something happens to your group around the world, because people are not perfect, right? Do you fly there to go and see about them? Even though those people are in your community, you wouldn't go and fly there, right? You would consider yourself to be Jamaican or whatever you are, you know, from Dominica. I'm not sure, Barbados, Trinidad, I can't really pick up the accent. But every time your person or something happens, whether good or bad, you don't fly there. Even if they graduate college and they get a master's degree at Harvard, do you fly there? Like Tariq Nasheed is not gonna go to Harvard University and watch a person graduate medical school, although that's a great achievement for the African American community. It's just not his responsibility. We have too many African Americans or FBAs around the world. I met a guy who lives in Poland. I'm living over in Africa. We have guys living in Tanzania. We have people living in Scotland. We have people that teach all around the world. We have, academics that teach in Qatar. So why are you doing that? You just can't really formulate your position because you feel like, well, Tariq Nasheed is spreading a certain kind of vitriol that you feel is online. So therefore, Rick Ross deserved to be jumped, which that could be your personal opinion if you feel that somebody is spreading love or hate or whatever or discontent on social media platforms. That is one thing. Another thing, that because this person is spreading this, then that is related to all of those guys who probably don't even know who Tariq Nasheed was or is not confronting Rick Ross over Tariq Nasheed. Those two things they're mutually exclusive of each other. That's what that really means. They don't occur. These two things cannot happen simultaneously. And this guy sounds like he's frustrated with Tariq Nasheed or he's frustrated with FBA, which could very well be the case. But your frustrations don't have anything to do with what is going on. And again, let me just say this. And I've noticed this with people that just don't like other groups in general, right? All around the world. Let's say, for example, a white person gets into a car accident, right? And that white person started the car accident. Then it will say, well, but the reason why that person got in the car accident was because David Duke used to be in the Klan, and I blame the Klansman member for why that white boy got beat up after that car accident. Bro, you really need to stop with these things, man. And you know, like you just see, like, let me just say this. If we were to say that as like Black Americans, if, you know, let's say a Caribbean guy experienced the same thing, and then we would blame that on somebody who's been hating on FBA, somebody who's been hating on, you know, the Black community in America. As much as it would make you feel good to say that, you would still sound stupid because the events have nothing to do with each other. And guys, this commentary and these things happen quite often on social media. And I hate to say it, this guy is driving Uber. Nothing wrong with driving Uber, but it makes sense. The guy is not that bright, okay? It just makes the guy is not bright at all. At all. He's completely delusional. And as we see. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. But just for all you do, subscribe the bell. We're out.